So when it is coming to the routing in React.js, so we use React Router library. So React Router library we use to implement the routing, where we having the React Router package, we having the React Router DOM package. So here when it is coming to the website, we use these two package. When it is coming to the mobile application, we use React Router native. So in the React Router, we having these three types of router here: browser router, hash router, and memory router. So I'm just going to show you the example of how we can use the browser router to configure the routing. So this is the way how the routing can be done over there. So open here the npm, and in the npm, I'm installing the React Router DOM. I'm mentioning the flag that does save. So that does save flag I'm mentioning over there, so that it will be added in the packet.json file as a dependency. So we use here save. The reason is here I want to do entry of this package into this packet.json file. In the package.json file, this entry I want to add. If you will not mention the save flag, this entry will not be added over there. Okay, now let me configure here routing. So for routing, just do one thing. Just add here app router class file over there. So what I'm doing here, I'm just in the src, I'm just adding a file app does router dot js. This I'm adding it. Now here we can create a functional component. So I'm just creating here React. I'll just create a simple constant router equal to, I'm using here arrow function this way. Okay. Now let me write here a return statement. Return. Then we having here a div. Even if you're looking for the routing configuration, here they have mentioned the way how the routing can configure. Just create a function, then you having a return router. This way you can define the link. This way you can define the switch over there. So this is the one you need to copy and put it here to configure the routing simply. I just define here. So from the React router, I'm just going to configure it. But in my case, I don't have any other component. I'm having here, let's say JSX. I'm using here data binding. So this is my data binding. So data binding. Two things I'm adding here. One is here for JSX, another one here for the data binding. So at the home one, I'm just going to import here app component. App component I'm importing. For the path data binding, I'm importing here binding this way. So this way we added. So we added here the things over there. JSX we added, binding we added here, and make sure JSX. So for binding, it's not imported. Let me import here binding from, we having here binding this way. This we need to import it. So we imported these things and these things also. So we are using here link, we are using here switch, we are using here route. So these packages also make sure you have imported here. You can import them in single line also, like this way, and link, and this way. So these are the packages you need to install. You need to import at the top level as I imported here. Then we having the router, and finally export the router, export default router. This I'm just going to export the router over there. So what is the router variable we having that I'm exporting from here? How we can configure the routing? So this routing one, we need to call on the index.jsx. So we having the index.js file. Now let me import this routing. So whatever we have imported here, binding and this app, I'm removing now from here. Now let me import the routing. Import the app router from this app dash router. So we are importing here app router. Now let me use here app router. App router. This I'm putting here at the index.js file. So just remove the things for the binding and app component from there. I'm just adding it here. App router, I'm adding here app router. This way I'm adding it simply. Okay, if you're looking for the React router DOM link, this is the link we having there. You can use it. And just do one thing here, just use here exact also, exact. So you can see it's working fine. So one thing was missing here in the setup, the missing part is this exact. At the index.js file, if you're looking for index.js, so this is my index.js file, this one. So in the left hand side, I'm having index.js. In the right hand side, I'm having the app router. Okay, so this is the way how the things are coming. And if you want to make it as a proper menu, so just do one thing, just remove this ULLI, because this ULLI is going to set up the things. Now if you will use like this way, I will refresh it, I'm getting like this way. Okay, now let's see how we can add here the bootstrap. So now run here a command in the PowerShell for installing the bootstrap. So let me install here bootstrap, then use here the flag save. So I have installed the bootstrap. Ripple, just figure out you are mentioning the correct path in the app router. In the app router, make sure the name of the file is correct. So now for using the bootstrap, just do one thing in the index.js file. Let me import the bootstrap here. Let's say import and would be here node underscore module. Then we having here bootstrap, then distribution, then CSS, then bootstrap dot css file, bootstrap dot css file. I'm importing this one. So what I'm doing here, I have imported the bootstrap css file to use it. Save it here and you will get the changes in the UI now as per the bootstrap. So few things has been done here now. Now let's do here changes. So here I can use the bootstrap snippets to generate this menu link. So this menu link I can change here using the bootstrap navbar. We having the bootstrap navbar which I can use to generate my code. So this is my bootstrap navbar. In place of anchor tag, I'm using this li, and in place of this one also I'm using this li. And this navbar is actually in pure HTML. So wherever we having the class, I need to change it to the class name this way. I just changed it. Now here define the CSS class. So class name would be here container. Container is a class which I need to add here. If you reload it now, so bootstrap is coming. So just do one thing here. Just switch. I need to wrap it here in a div this way. I'm wrapping this switch inside this div like this way. Now we'll get everything in center. It is coming the center. So this is the way how the bootstrap you can integrate. And here I'm using the bootstrap 5. So as per the bootstrap 5, we need to use the CSS classes over here. If something is not at the bootstrap 5, it will not able to generate it. So this the code which I wrote is here. It is as per the bootstrap 4 this way. So this is for the linking we have over here. So navlink class actually is not here. That's it's getting the issue. Use the navlink for adding the class name also here. Class name. So navlink need to use here in the React.js. And here also make sure you're importing the navlink. If you will check out now, you will get here proper menu. This is JSX and data binding. So what you need to do here, you need to replace the link with navlink, because the navlink having the support for the class CSS class. At the link label, we cannot mention the class name, but at the navlink label, we can mention the class name over there. So we have successfully configured the routing here.